Word around the HoloNet is that Bo-Katan is a washed-up, has-been terrorist. She sits in her palace complaining about the weakness of Mandalore and calling Din Djarin a cultist. Why did she give up on reclaiming the Darksaber and restoring her culture? How will she redeem herself when she's too selfish to keep fighting for Mandalore? What is Bo-Katan's problem? This is Fulcrum. The first time we met Bo-Katan, she was a member of Death Watch, an extremist sect seeking to restore old ways warrior culture following the Mandalorian Civil War. This path put Bo-Katan in direct opposition with her sister, Duchess Satine Kryze, leader of the pacifist regime and ruler of Mandalore. Bo-Katan remained committed to Death Watch's objective while they used criminal organizations to undermine the people's confidence in Satine, and then allied themselves with Darth Maul to overthrow her regime altogether. It wasn't until their leader, Pre Vizsla, was defeated by Darth Maul in single combat that she broke away from the sect, refusing to acknowledge an outsider as a ruler of Mandalore. Rather than making her a hypocrite, Bo-Katan's history with Death Watch gives her a unique perspective that allows her to inform Din about the extremist nature of his sect, as the Children of the Watch are likely an offshoot of Death Watch. Her involvement with Death Watch also gave her a front row seat as to how effective the clans were at sabotaging each other, which undermined the strength of Mandalore culture as a whole. After breaking from Death Watch, Bo-Katan remained committed to Mandalorian freedom. She manages to break her sister out of prison, but during their escape, they are separated and Satine is recaptured. Soon after, Satine was executed by Maul as a particularly effective torture strategy for Obi-Wan. In spite of his role in her sister's death, Bo-Katan rescues Kenobi, and after helping him escape, she stays to continue fighting for Mandalore's freedom from Maul and his forces. Having had limited success, Bo-Katan seeks help from Ahsoka Tano, who then enlists the aid of the 501st Clone Battalion to achieve Mandalorian freedom. Mandalore was finally free again, but it was weak after so many years of conflict. Bo-Katan saw her planet fall under rule of the Empire when the Mandalorians again betrayed their own people. She helped rally the clans behind Sabine Wren to oust Empire forces, and then accepted both the Darksaber and Mantle of Leadership, not because she had a desire to lead, but because Mandalore needed a leader. Then came the Night of 1,000 Tears, and Bo-Katan lost everything she had fought to save to the Empire and Moff Gideon, including the Darksaber. The single-mindedness that she demonstrated in pursuit of the Darksaber in the last season of The Mandalorian is a testimony to Bo-Katan's commitment to reuniting what is left of her people. When Din Djarin offers Bo the Darksaber without condition, she demonstrates loyalty to her cultural values by refusing to wield it without having won it a second time. Adhering to these ideals meant she returned to her people empty-handed, and she is ostracized as a result. It's not surprising that Bo-Katan is tired of fighting and losing for Mandalore, but that doesn't mean she has no fight left. The moment her friend and ally is in trouble, she risks herself without hesitation to help, and after she rescues him, she continues to support him in his quest for redemption, in spite of her skepticism. And her efforts in service to her friend are rewarded with a glimpse of a living mythosaur in the mines of Mandalore. Ancient songs and Mandalorian culture foretold a new age of Mandalore heralded by the rising of a mythosaur. We don't know what this means for Bo-Katan, but it's safe to say big things are coming our way. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. You can also check out my reactions and review to each episode. It's been a pleasure. Fulcrum out.